Tatum is back at it here, everyone in their Walking Dead Season 8 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead that you take the initiative and pay attention to this episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case, you find out that you're not caught up, I suggest, and so does everybody else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This is going to be The Walking Dead Season 8 episode number 5. The title of this episode is called The Big Scary You. This will be my reaction review recap of the episode. And keep in mind, it's an episode I've seen a few times. I just want to do a reaction video to have it on my channel. And I want to do a reaction video due to the fact that they announced that Season 11 of The Walking Dead is going to be the final season of the main Walking Dead show. The episode starts off with a flashback that we kind of already saw what happens after that, but Gregory bargains with Negan and his savior lieutenants, and that would be Dwight, Simon, Gavin, Regina, and Eugene, offering to expel any Hilltop resident that sides with Rick. Simon suggests that they can't just wipe out the Hilltop if they do not comply, but Negan sternly reminds him that they are useful resources. People are useful resources. The meeting is broken up by the start of Rick's Milita attack on the Sanctuary that happened in episode 1 of Season 8, that particular one, Mercy. And then in the present, you have Father Gabriel finds himself trapped with Negan in a box trailer outside the Sanctuary, surrounded by a group of walkers. Negan doesn't kill Gabriel, but instead lulls him into talking about his past, learning that Gabriel seeks to atone for the betrayal of his own congregation, and then Negan talks of his past to gain Gabriel's confidence and help. He talks about, his wife's, but his original wife, his main wife, Lucille, how she was sick, and he fooled around on her, and she got sick, she died, and Negan could put her down, and it was very sad, and Negan actually became, I think this episode humanized him instead of being this jerk that's funny sometimes. So they end up working together in dispatch a few walkers to cover themselves in their guts to make their way through the group to try to get back in the Sanctuary. And then meanwhile, the Savior Lieutenants believe Negan to be dead and discuss how they will handle the power vacuum. Gavin raises the possibility that the Milita's attack succeeded due to the fact that they had inside information from one of them. Dwight, who had provided Rick with that info, diverts the discussion to issues with the anxious workers on the floor below, knowing that if they do not assert a form of authority, they could rebel, leaving matters to be for the time being. They return to the quarters. Eugene comes by to drop off a gift of appreciation to Dwight and notices a freshly painted chess set in his room. Sometime later, Simon decides to cut off the Sanctuary's power to protect or protest the conditions and demand to see Negan. The lieutenants lose control when the one worker tries to pull a gun, but he is quickly shot and killed by Regina. Before the situation can go any further, Negan and Gabriel show up. Negan quickly reasserts his authority, and the workers obediently return to the lower floor. And then Negan tells his lieutenants to gently lock up Gabriel in a cell. The Saviors discover weapons bags among the workers and evidence that they were stolen from their armory by a Savior. Then Eugene discovers a spot of paint on one bag, the same color as Dwight's chest set. Oh boy. And then elsewhere we have Rick and Daryl go to a dying Savior to find out what happened. The guy that was fighting Carol off in the previous episode, the Savior reveals that all the Kingdom Milita were killed except for Ezekiel, Jerry, and Carol. Rick takes the weapons aboard the Savior's truck, and they had prevented from returning to the Sanctuary. He and Daryl get into an argument on what to do with the weapons, as Daryl believes they should use them on the Saviors, while Rick wants to take a more humane solution, as there are workers there that are innocent people that are just working because they have to work, otherwise they'll get killed. And then the argument turns into a fist fight, which inadvertently results in a bag of dynamite being thrown at the truck, destroying it and the weapons. Now Daryl refuses to give Rick a return ride to Alexandria, leaving Rick to walk to the scavengers And then the end of the episode is Negan privately asks Eugene to figure out how to rid them of the walkers around the sanctuary. And then later Eugene goes to visit Gabriel and finds him quite ill and quickly calls for medical attention for Father Gabriel. So this episode had good moments in it, but it was very slow, and I must admit, I kind of dozed off. I had to go back a little bit and watch some of it. I don't know if it was just I was tired, but it was kind of slow. I mean, it had its highlights, but it was kind of, bottle episodes are just not the funnest. So I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Negan. It's got to be Negan. He's fucking awesome in this episode, but a little slower of an episode than I would prefer. These Sanctuary episodes are slow and kind of boring at times. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like this show and you like this episode, big cigar you from season 8, go ahead and smash that like button. And even if you don't like the episode necessarily, but you're a fan of The Walking Dead, make sure you smash the like button too. If you know anybody that would be interested in this video, share it with them. Don't forget to leave me a comment with your thoughts on the episode, your score of the episode, your favorite character, favorite moment, whatever you want to talk about, favorite Walking Dead moments, favorite Walking Dead characters, favorite Walking Dead episodes. Leave all that stuff in the comments section. I'll respond to all comments. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.